All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Indianapolis Colts. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Deuce. Switch.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Mike 50, huh? Watch the block. Watch the block. Motion, block. Mike 50. We own it.
Now it's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, ready? We're going to set ready. Get ready.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Right 88. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check. Great. 50. Let's go, D.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check. Lucky. Chance. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Undercrush. Let go. No. Off. Extreme.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check hot route. Orbit. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike 51. Squeeze, double.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Right there. 54, Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Leo.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
54.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Well, Charles, you said just a bit ago their aggression might get to him, set up the screen. It could work, and it did.
It certainly did, and you have to give the offense coordinator a ton of credit for being able to see it, anticipate it, and get right to the call.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Fournette running right. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins nothing.
Check. Crunch. 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 Yes, yes. It's 50, Mike. It's 50. You don't want this. Mike's 50.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Great.
They run for it with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check your hot reach.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Redskins' 24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Quick the edge. Come.
is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Tight dog. Hey, switch gears. Check 30, solo.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
20.
Now a carry for Bernard. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check the backer. Kill. Check.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, here I come.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Willis, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Check 26.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hustle. 51 for Mike, boy, 51. They gonna need some therapy after this.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Got it, Mike 51. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Kill. 22, Jet. Cover. 22, Jet.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Oh, try. Watch tight end. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Save. Go.
They go play action with Jackson. They complete it to Hill. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let him know, let him know.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
You better be afraid of me. Mike 51, Mike 51. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long.
Again, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Check 9, check 9. Jim, 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 Jim. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, hey. Ship, watch the ship.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 40. Rotate. 20.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing is Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh? Situation. Let's go.
Now Jackson on first down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
65. Gun. Check 13. Check 52.
Now they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He don't want it. Tighten up, tighten up. Hey! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Joker, Joker. 20. Joker. Check, check. Express. Check. Hey, 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 hey.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Newton. Flushed out right. And Diggs has it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, go.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Let's go now. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike 50, Mike 50. Exit, exit.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Here I come. Hey, 24. Watch 24.
Now Newton on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
The shotgun snap for Newton. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Great. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Great. 50. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. 20. All day. Slam.
To throw again. Newton. Left side caught by Diggs.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Hey! Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the screen. 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 Hey! Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check pass. Check pass. Come on. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, man. Hey! Man up, D. Check.
Throwing again is Newton. Rolling to his right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
It's just me anyway. It's just me and you. That's it. Me and you. Bang, 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 bang. Off.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jared Davis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this...
Under a heavy rush, rushing down he goes. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. This is Fournette. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want. Yeah, I put so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you